we go. Looks like we're live. Hey! Jaguar J, second person. What's up, everybody? Not first. Oh, maybe you were first if you were here since yesterday. How's the video quality? Is it horrid? Oh, okay. Decent. Alright. Okay, so I bought a new webcam and everything just for this, and I got my mic all hooked up, but my internet's still slow, so this is about the best you're going to get this time. But if people like the stream, I'm going to start doing probably regular streams on my other channel, maybe once every couple weeks or once a month or something like that. And I'll upgrade my internet so you guys can see like all the details of my face. Potato Rider 69, congrats on your purchase, man. How do you like it? Crazy friend, you are welcome. I have a lot of fun doing my videos. Can you guys read the chat in the stream? Is it clear enough? Fiesta or Focus ST? I think I like the way the Focus looks better. I'm probably biased because we have an electric Focus. Potato Rider, you should put that thing on a dyno and see what it does. Bram from Belgium. I'm running Rota Grid Concave in 15:9. What's up, Noah B? What's up, Hyped? Thanks for stopping by. Danny Skate, maybe someday. What's up, Steven? Where's the dog from my Snapchat? She's in the backyard so she doesn't eat my microphone. Noah B says, say my name again. Spartan Broken Boosted is good. In fact, I might be picking it up from the exhaust shop today. It might be ready today, which means I'm going to film another episode today later. Dusty, I see you, man. You're still one of the OGs. Cameron, why would I fight you? That's not nice. Steelers 743, if you mean in real life, not really very often, but on the internet, it's brutal out there, man. You better get used to it if you get a Miata. Callum, my Snapchat is at CarPassionCH. Giovanni, I see you. Don't get in trouble at work. Thanks for joining the stream, though. Jaguar J, I highly doubt 30,000 people are going to show up, but the chat will get pretty out of control if that happens. Paul, I'll kill Shandon's Evo someday. We take it to the canyons. What's up, Miata crew? How's it hanging? Potato Rider, I would take the bad engine for sure. Cody, you want to turn off EGO, but leave your acceleration enrichments on. Hall Parrington checking in. Sub boosted 2J. In my opinion, when I had 15 by 8 plus 0, the car handled awesome. And I like the way it looks too, so I would just go for it. But tires are harder to fit. NorCal meet, at least a few months away. Yes, I am dynoing the Miata with the new turbo. I'm going to either break 300 or break the car. Oh my god. Peter Cottontail. Why does that name sound familiar? Why are you talking about Chicago dogs, man? You don't know me. Some people love EGO at idle, and some people hate it. It's just a matter of playing with it and finding out what works for you. I used to not run it because it was horrible, but now I do run it because I figured out how to tune it well. Thanks, Animal X909. Congrats for being awesome. Peter Cottontail, can you just overnight me a Chicago dog? Can you freeze it and pack it in dry ice and overnight it to me? That'd be sweet. The homie from Illinois gonna send me a Chicago dog, or legit style. Your boss knows me. Who's your boss? No, we don't have the kittens anymore. We brought the kittens to the Humane Society. They're gonna find a better home. We got too many animals. We can't take the kittens. I've never been to the UK, but hopefully someday I'll be able to go. Hall Parrington, I'll send you a 400 horsepower tune. Hit me up. Stock motor. So, dude. Why should I come to Sweden? Tell me something super cool about Sweden that'll make me want to go there. My car on 5 psi would still smoke broken boost down 5 psi, I'm pretty sure. But I can't turn my boost down that low because the wastegate spring is 9 psi. No way, no, I'm not that GT2554 is not going anywhere except for back on my car. The big turbo is too much lag. If I knew how to build a custom turbo manifold, I would totally do a video on it, but I don't even have a welder. My bride seats are replicas, and they're okay. They're not that great, but they do the job. Ben, I'm thinking about taking broken boosted drifting. Who's down for some broken boosted drifting videos? Dang. What's up, Quinn? How's your car? How's your spool? Patrick, I'm glad the Weldell kit worked out for you. Jordan, I'd be so down to do a tandem drift collab video with Ricer Miata if he came to SoCal. I would be down for that. I got my bride replicas from wonderful eBay. NA6 driver, I knew exactly what I was getting into when I put that turbo on my car, but I still wanted to do it because just talking to people about what they run and stuff like that is never going to be the same experience as actually running it on my car and trying it for myself. I don't know much about the ME221, but I do know that it's gaining popularity, especially outside the US. I'm hearing it brought up, especially in the last few months. I'm hearing about it all the time, so it might be the new hot thing. I wouldn't say the police don't care, but they don't know either, so knock on wood. Haven't gotten in trouble yet. My dog's name is Ellie. Good first car is a Miata. You can't really argue with the Miata. The only bad parts about it are you have no space to put anything and no space to put any people. But if you can deal with that, perfect first car. Just don't get hit by any lifted diesels. Eric, thanks for hanging around, man, even though I only do Miata stuff now. But someday I might do some more Z32 stuff. I still love those cars. 2554, 1.8, super spooler. You're gonna love that thing, man. Detonation, you talking about the clutch switch on the bottom of the pedal and how the car over revs on a flat shift? Because I don't really like that, because I like to shift right at red line, and if you do it that way, the car can actually rev above red line, and that's not safe. My red line is 7,300, but I've logged 7,700 RPM over revs, which is not really that safe. So I want to try to put a switch on the top. Lappin, yes, I have owned a front wheel drive car. 2000 Ford Taurus Duratec dual overhead cam V6. It was a beast. 200 horsepower. It could spin one tire all day. I don't want to build a 1.8 with internals because a 1.8, I don't want to build a 1.6 with internals because a 1.8 will be faster. Spool a turbo faster. What's up, Daniel from Italy? I should do it like this. Someone told me this means like bad things, so I gotta remember to do it like this. Oh, Rishi, I thought you were telling me please delete my videos. I'm like, man, that's not cool. How come you want me to delete them? You want to delete videos. Power steering delete, AC delete. I do want to go to the drag strip again because I want to say that I have a 12-second Miata. SG. Why would I put a shoe on my head? Rednick's Miata? The dude's doing what he likes. That's the most important part. And it's pretty nice. I mean, it's still running. I'm glad that he resealed the motor and put it back in. That was a good choice. I think it's cool though. Raphael, that's a good turbo for a Miata. If you can find one of those for a good deal that's not blown up, it's a good it's a good turbo either for 1.8 or 1.6. Hood rat, excessive camber, like lots and lots of camber, like 6 degrees, not my thing. I guess it can look cool, sort of sometimes, but not my thing. I'm all about that track performance camber. What's up, Skycat22? And Aiden from New Zealand, what's up, man? Thanks for the viewership. Steelers, hardtop on all the time. Only driven the car about 3 times with the top off. One time it was when I was Mario for Halloween autocross. My girlfriend was Yoshi, and we legitimately drove around San Diego with the top off. I was Mario and she was Yoshi. We got some, and I had the Mario Kart soundtrack on my iPod, and I blasted it, and we just drove around San Diego as Mario. It was epic. I need to do it again. It was super fun. Hoodrat, you are not running negative 20. Picks or didn't happen. I've owned 3 Miatas. My favorite Mexican food is all of it. Every Mexican food. Peter Cottontail. Greetings, Clean Coil Builds. How do you like Germany? Are you close to the ring? Have you ever been there? Diogo, probably 14,000 or so, not including the car. That's for everything. Suspension, engine, wheels, tires, brakes, driveline. I do watch the Car Throttle series. I just watched him break his car at the ring. Ecotech swap is awesome. I need to watch more videos on that because it's a really, really cool idea and it's not that expensive. Callum, I do not own a BMW, but my girlfriend does. She has an E36 and an E46. I used to own an E30, but I didn't really like it that much. Sean, the kanji symbols, as far as what the website says that I bought it from, means 0 penalties. And I thought that was kind of cool because it has dual meaning, because in autocross, if you hit a cone, it's considered a penalty. Or no penalties, I mean. It's considered a penalty. So I thought that was cool, and a penalty could be like a speeding ticket too, or getting pulled over. So I thought that was cool, putting no penalties on the bar. What's up, Spiros from Greece? Driver's Delta. I run an oil temperature gauge in my car, so if the oil ever gets to an unsafe temperature, I know it, and then I can let the car cool down. Jem Stanport. NA for track. You know that, come on. Jake, 1.6 Miata makes about 95 horsepower stock. Where do I live? I live in the United States, in California. Yeah, Sean, plus 2 seconds. You hit one cone, your lap is over. Forget about it. Don't even try. It's ruined. Rim racing, turbos perform really well at high elevation because they can still, say you run a turbo at 10 psi, even if you're at high elevation, it'll take a little bit longer to spool, but you're still going to get the 10 psi out of it. Where a naturally aspirated car, you're limited to the pressure of the atmosphere of your elevation, so you can lose more power. What's up, Kevin from Wisconsin? SG, my whole exhaust is custom pretty much. The downpipe is Bell Engineering, but there's not much Bell Engineering left of it because we hacked it all off and did it all custom. Spartan, from what I've read, you don't want to go over about 260 degrees on the track for oil. But I usually have a problem with water temperature before oil temperature. Hayden, Hondas can be super cool if they're built right. I don't like the racers of my neighborhood sometimes because they just hack off their mufflers and cut their springs. What's up, James from Australia? My average water temp is probably 210 or 215 when I'm autocrossing. Maybe 220 max. Griffin, yeah, sometimes I still have water temperature problems. That little engine's making a lot of power. But that's only pushing like really, 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 really hard. And you know what? Since I switched to 85, I've never had a water temp problem, so I can't say that. Kevin, all three of those cars are good first cars. BMWs aren't as scary as people say they are to work on and stuff like that. I mean, if you put a stock 2J in the car, left it completely stock, it would be pretty close to the same power that my car has now. So I wouldn't say it's too much power. It really depends. I mean, if you crank it up a lot, 500 horsepower might be a little bit much for a Miata. I mean, people do it. Miguel, I like V8 Miatas. They're cool, especially aluminum block, so you keep that weight distribution good. Raphael, what's different about DSM T25 hot side? Are they 4-bolt downpipe, or what's the deal with them? My Miata, the only time I've taken it out and done times 0 to 60s, it did a 4.6. Quicks Clan, nope. I didn't change any of my fuel lines. It's recommended that you change your fuel filter right away, and then a few months later you want to change it again because the 85 really cleans the system out. But I have all stock. I replaced my lines with just regular rubber lines, nothing special though. My first car was a 1988 Dodge Aries 3-speed automatic 2.2 liter. And I super modded it out with spray painted hubcaps, a flames steering wheel cover, AC delete, and I used to drive around with my parents' new style camera, the kind that goes on your shoulder like this, trying to make car videos with it. That was back in like 2005 when I first got my license. What's up, the main man 318? The Z32 is about 20 feet away from me right now. It's outside. It's still living the back burner life. Maybe someday I'll work on it though. I want to get it back running again. Sam, no, I've never been in a bad car accident before. Raphael, why is that? What's different about the turbo? The bolt pattern on the turbine inlet? Oh yeah, Miguel, of course. People autocross, there's a whole class autocross just for stock Miatas. The fuel economy before running 85, I used to average about 27 miles per gallon. That was when I was boosted, but on 91 octane. If I really tried, I'd get over 30. Turbo Miatas can get the same fuel mileage as an NA Miata if it's tuned right. Thanks, Simon from the UK. Appreciate that. I plan on making many, many, many more videos. Jacob, no, completely stock. Stock head, stock cams, stock head gasket, stock head bolts, stock rods, pistons, everything. Rim racing, you should be able to just tune it and it'll be good wherever you go. It's got a map sensor, so it senses the pressure in the manifold. So higher elevations, there's going to be less pressure. It'll know to dump less fuel. Mad Andy, when did I first start racing? The first track event I ever did was in 2008. It was an autocross with my 300ZX. My wheels are 15 by 9 plus 16 with 225/45s. Favorite pizza toppings: pepperoni and anchovies. Thanks, Big D. Thanks for watching. What do I do for work? I'm a truck dispatcher and project coordinator for a concrete company. I work out of an office. Logie, you made it. Yeah, so basically I control a bunch of trucks, where they're going, what they're doing, and I do a lot of paperwork and stuff. King Crazy, I used to like Haggard Garage a lot. They're still okay, but I don't really like how much they've changed since the beginning. And that's why I watch Ricer Miata, because he's kept it the same mentality that Haggard Garage used to have. He's got a GoPro on a stick, just filming what he's doing, going out there, having fun. I don't dislike Haggard Garage, but I don't really watch them that much anymore. Christopher, you saw my story? Did you see the hole that my dog chewed in the fence? Why did she do that? Miguel, probably not another 300ZX, but my 300ZX that I still have, I might start working on that. What do you guys think about 300ZX videos? I'm afraid everyone will just like abandon me if I started throwing in some 300ZX videos here and there. K Miatas are super cool. My TSIs are eBay special. L393, I'd way rather own a bunch of cheaper cars that have cool modifications and stuff. Stock compression on a 1.6 Miata is 9.4, and all the others are somewhere between 9.0 and 10.0. Rim racing, there's a funny story that involves that. When I had my second 300ZX, I was shopping for an A86. I really wanted one. I wanted a lightweight, underpowered rear-wheel drive car. And I was shopping for an A86, and they're very hard to find because they're either cheap but total pieces of junk, or decently taken care of but pretty expensive. So I was looking for one for a long time, and then I blew the engine on my second 300ZX, and I had to get another car, and Miatas were way more available, so I was just kind of thinking, well, it's still lightweight, underpowered, rear-wheel drive. I'll pick up a Miata for a daily driver while I work on my Z. And then I started putting modifications on the Miata, and it just spiraled out of control. I found out that I really liked it a lot. Mad Andy, I like my Delrins. But I know Delrins from other companies don't use the rubber mounting pad of the OEM setup, so it can be really, really brutal. So if you get the Delrin ones, go Garage Star for sure. I'm going to say Matias. I wanted to say it like 30 minutes ago, but I'm afraid I'd mispronounce it. So tell me if that's right, Matias. Soviets rule. It's pretty much all custom, and it's a Dynamax race bullet muffler. Classy E30, do you watch my other channel? Because I've been doing some more Megasquirt related stuff on that channel. Sweet, I got it right. Matias. Dylan, pretty much the biggest thing I can recommend is just do all the seals, rear main, front main. Anything rubber is bound to wear out. Miguel, the Subaru scene. I think there's SD Subies, I think is the big crew here. The Fluffy, if you're already on Megasquirt, it's super, super easy. You just fill your tank up with the 85 and retune your fuel map, and that's it. As long as you have big enough injectors. You need a way bigger injector to run the 85. Peter Cottontail, you know what I meant. I really don't think anyone makes a living doing autocross. At least not in the US. I think the best you can do is you can get really, really fast in your class, and you can get sponsors for your car, so it'll help pay for your car. Auto Connection Fastbacks. I think they look super, super cool. I'm imagining they do take a decent amount of work to get, fit right and stuff. But I think they look really cool when they're done right. I would always go coils for daily. Griffin, my transmission is from a 1997, but it is a 5-speed, so it's technically the same strength as stock transmission from my car. Oh my god. Oh, bunnies. What's up, Jinjum? What video are you editing? Can we get a sneak preview? What's going up next? What's next for the Miata? The Mountain Gamers, if you keep doing that, I will figure out how to ban you. Painted valve cover, what up? Rim Racing, I do have Car Passion vinyl decals for sale. I have 7 different colors. S14s make really good drift cars, but unfortunately, a lot of them have the drift tax, and they're way too expensive for what they are. Jin Jim, you are trolling. You are not going to paint Molly's valve cover red. Quinn, my plan is to try to hit 300 horsepower with that thing, but I'm building my GT2554 into a hybrid. I'm turning it into a GT2560 and I'm going to put it back on my car so I can have my spool up back, but hopefully I can still get close to 300 horsepower. Nothing's wrong with red. I just figured you would paint it blue. I will figure it out. Peace. Peace. Told you I'd figure it out. Anyone else want to spam? I heard the X intake is a super good modification. I hear nothing but good things about it. David, a lot of people drift, especially the pros with tons and tons and tons of power. I'd say there's really no such thing as too much power, but it's really good to learn how to drift with a low powered car because it teaches you more the fundamentals of drifting. See, power, having a lot of power, you can save yourself a lot. If you're losing a drift, you can just hammer the throttle and you get your slide back. But with a low powered car, you really have to work with the weight and learn the techniques a lot better. And then as you increase the power of your car, you'll be way better than someone that started with a high powered car. Rishi, you're gonna laugh, but I actually just use Windows Movie Maker to edit my videos. That's it. I have a Rode mic on my camera, but I actually got a brand new microphone set up that I'm gonna be testing on the next video I film, and it's gonna be awesome. You guys, I think will notice a difference. Soviets, E36s are cool cars. I like them a lot. My girlfriend and my brother have an E36. My brother sold his and bought E46, but he had one for a while. Andreas, yeah, E46s and E90s. E90, E92. I like a lot of different BMWs. I might be biased because my girlfriend works for BMW, but I like a lot of BMWs. Caleb, if you want a good, reliable daily, I really wouldn't recommend a 300ZX. But you know what? The good thing about 300ZXs, at least for me, was my first one that I bought was really nice and it didn't really have too much go wrong with it. But the second one I bought it had a hard life and a lot of stuff went wrong with it. That car taught me how to work on cars pretty much. You'll get really good at working on cars if you buy a 300ZX. Logi, yes. How do you say it? Is it Logi or Logi? I do plan on drifting broken boosted. Matthias, I'm going to pick it up from the exhaust shop. I'm going to show you guys the downpipe, and I'm going to show you a couple little things that you want to tweak and change before you go out and drive it, and then I'm going to take it out and then drive it and see how it runs. Hopefully it's good, and if it's not good, I'll show you how to make it good. Daniel, my tires are still flat. I didn't go riding last weekend, but I'm going to. Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate that. Congrats on the Mazda Speed. Those things are cool. My friend has a 2005. It's like way nicer to drive than mine. The interior is really nice. It just rides. It's just a nice car. My car is like a bucket compared to his car. It's a lot faster, but. John, yeah, I'm going to go back to the smaller turbo, but I'm actually putting a larger compressor wheel on it, so I'm turning it into a 2560, and I'm going to do a back-to-back comparison of the 2554 and the 2560. NB motors are better for boost. They can spool turbos faster. They're about the same strength as a 1.6, but they can spool turbo faster and make more horsepower per PSI. Caleb, I'll probably do a roll bar install video at some point because I know it will help a lot of people, even though I don't like installing roll bars because it's kind of a pain. Mr. EP, I thought about that. I thought about it. But I think I still am going to like the smaller exhaust housing more of the GT25. My buddy actually has a stock 1.6 with a 2860 and a 6.4 AR, and his spool's a little bit faster than mine. It's 3, 4, 500 RPM faster than mine, but does not touch my 2554 as far as spool up. Mad Andy, thank you for the compliments. Jeff, I run Rota Grid Concave. Oh, what's up, Alex? Oh, I didn't see what you said. Shoot, something about the MTXL. Okay, E8. Um, E8. Do you know what the E8 code is? I know I've seen it before. E9 is low voltage. E8 is some kind of sensor error. Okay, so I I um I was getting E8 at one point. I would drive the car, and after about 3 or 4 minutes, it would start throwing E8. I'd park the car. Next time I started up, no code, and then 3 4 minutes of driving, E8 again. What was happening is the cable fell down on the downpipe, and when the exhaust would get hot enough to liquefy the insulation on the cable, it would short it out. And when it would cool down, the error would go away. So check your cable and check all your plugs and everything. Make sure none of the cable is damaged. Caleb, what 63 millimeter turbo? Which exact turbo is it? Zegas. Um, Fuel economy is much lower because I run E85. That's just how E85 is. When I was on regular 91 octane, I would get pretty close to stock fuel mileage. Matthias, yes. I am afraid of that, but it's lasted a pretty long time so far, so that's kind of cool. It's had a good life. Caleb, it depends mostly on the hot side, what the dimensions and the AR of the turbine setup are as far as how it will spool. Yeah, I do plan on doing more Megasquirt tuning videos, kind of one piece at a time. Megasquirt tuning videos are kind of difficult because you start with one thing, but then it just spirals out of control, and I could make like a 3 hour video, and I don't want to do a 3 hour single video. I like breaking it up into pieces. Andrew, I'll put a new engine in my car. Not a new one, but another one. Weird servo. Do the reroute. It's good. Look up the theory on why the reroute exists. That's what sold me on it. Because when you do the reroute, it makes the coolant routing back to the way that Mazda originally engineered it with the 323. You're good. Yes, you can do launch control and flat shift on naturally aspirated. It doesn't have to be turbo or anything like that. If you have Megasquirt. Can everyone hear the dog barking? She's barking. She's going crazy out there or something. What's up, Aaron Hurst? What time is it over in the UK anyways? It's a crisp 10 o'clock here in California. ITB Miatas are super cool. They got that street cred. Rodrigo handling mods first, always, in my opinion. And then turbo comes later. You learn how to drive the car better that way. Yeah, apexjunkie.com. If you Google search, Miata is always the answer. A result will come up that says Greg Peters showcases why Miata is always the answer, and in there is a mod list from about maybe 3 months ago. That's pretty updated. Mimu 220. I try to answer everybody. I spend a lot of time answering direct messages and PMs and emails and stuff like that. I do my absolute best to get to everybody. I did enjoy high school a lot. I think I like middle school more though. She is mad. She's mad at the dog for barking. I don't think I'm going to do a built 1.8 straight away. I think I'm going to do a stock 1.8. What's up, Russia the Rider? Alberto, should I do this more often? Is this cool? I like the ND. Super cool. And they handle super awesome. I've been beaten by an almost stock ND in the autocross before in my car. Not to say that I'm the fastest driver out there, but I know my way around the car after a couple years of autocross with it. I might come to the UK someday. I hope to. I want to. Check out the MX-5 scene. Rodrigo, I want an NA with an NB engine. That's a good solid Miata right there. Not that I don't like the way the NBs look. They just have more things going on and they're a little bit heavier. I like the bare bone simplicity of the NA6 especially. An NA6 with a VVT engine or even a non-VVT, NB1 engine, good car. Robert, I have a twin turbo engine for my 300ZX. It's not in the car, but I have it. Alex, I don't have really anything crazy planned for the Miata. I don't have like a big plan that I'm getting ready to unveil. At least not yet. I might come up with something. All right, see you, Matthias. Thanks for joining the stream. Good to talk to you. Tucker, we probably won't do anything crazy with the E46. My brother might be getting an E90 335, so maybe I'll do some videos on that on my other channel if he ends up modifying it someday. That'd be cool. Do some dyno videos and stuff like that. Martin, the NC's awesome again. Very, very cool cars. I've actually only driven one slow. I valeted one. That's my extent of experience with an NC, but they're very fast. Autocross wise, they're very well handling cars. Edwin, I've had it since July of 2013. Oh, thanks, Gabriel. I wanted to look sharp. I don't want to have like the crazy cowlick as usual. Christopher, some people tune their spark maps on the street, but I always highly recommend doing it on a dyno, because if you're just doing it based on power, there's no way you can do back-to-back pulls and feel, 4 horsepower at 4,500 RPM. Where on a dyno, you can do back-to-back pulls and you can really see the difference that you're making, and you can get it tuned in real sharp. Andrew, I used to be super into Gran Turismo 2, 3, and 4. And I played some Forza, but never had an Xbox. I always played at my friends' houses. And I like Doom, the original. Doom and Doom 2. Set yourself up in a dark room with a big screen and some loudspeakers. Recipe for nightmares. The hardest mod, physically the hardest mod, is like doing a 300ZX transmission on the ground. That's the most tiring, and you're physically just very beat up when you'd finish that. Abraham, I think it's relatively simple. I don't know about the ECU situation. If you run the VVT ECU or if you run the NB1, the VP4W ECU, and I don't know how the harnesses differ. I think you can leave the same harness probably. .8. There's really no reason that a 1.6 is better for turbocharging. They can still be fun and fast, but 1.8 versus 1.6, the 1.8 is advantageous. Caleb, chassis stiffening is beneficial even at stock power. Roll bar is huge. Hardtop with the solid mount kit is huge. And I have fender braces, and that's about it. I want to do frame rails and a triangulated front strut tower bar. I think that would be pretty good. See you, Carlos. Thanks for stopping by. James, I think you can fit 225s onto an NA without modifying the fenders too much. You might have to remove the liners. I have a lot of fender work because I have low offset wheels, so choosing the offset is very important. Pedro, what do you mean I ignored you? Ask your question again. Caleb, I learned most of what I know because I have the want to just keep learning more and more and more. So I'm always reading about stuff. Always, always, always. Every day I'm reading about just, a different topic, trying to learn more and more things. And also by talking to people that know more than I do. James, keep in mind too that the rubber compound is just as important, if not more important, than the width. So if you go with a much stickier tire, it's going to be more beneficial than just going to a wider tire. I'll probably do a track day vlog style video at some point next time I go. Probably won't be for a while. David, I plan to come up to NorCal at some point. Maybe a few months or something like that. I want to do Bay Area. I don't have frame rails yet. I want to try the Garage Star frame rails. I heard frame rails make a big difference on a Miata. Miatas are a good first car as long as you don't have to carry more than one person. I might do a V-mount someday. I think it's a really, really cool and efficient idea. It's just a matter of the work that goes into doing a proper V-mount setup. Ford rules 2-stroke or 4-stroke? What you got? Know how, because my temp problems are water temperature, not oil temperature. I've never had an oil temperature problem, so that's why I've never put an oil cooler in. V-mount is where you have the radiator like this and the intercooler like this in the front of the car. So they're both getting full airflow instead of the intercooler like this and then the radiator. The air's coming in and the intercooler blocks a lot of the air to the radiator. So you can have water temperature problems because of that. Jerome, I do have a bumper cut. What you talking about? Separate gas for an external wastegate, but what manifold does that have to go with? Yeah, if you remove the muffler, the turbo will spool a little bit faster and it will flow a little bit more exhaust, so you can make more power like that. For a Beggy external wastegate manifold, I do want to upload more Mega Square content. Probably more things on my other channel because it gets kind of like technical and stuff like that. Technical and long. Okay, so for everyone watching, Shan Clark is going to buy 35 the Car Passion Channel decals, but he said he only wants one, and I'm going to give the other 34 away on my channel. But not yet. No one email me yet about the decals. I'll do a video. At the end of the video, I'll put in the information on how you get one. Caleb, I do want to come to Chicago. And then I can hang out with you and Peter Cottontail and eat Chicago dogs. The best mod for the money for autocross is tires. No, I will never put a Hoonigan sticker on my car because only Hoonigans put Hoonigan stickers on their car. They're troublemakers. Yeah, the driver mod is more effective than tires. Technically, it can be pretty expensive because to get the driver mod, you have to do lots and lots of events. Bishop, yeah, I can send him over. I'll send him anywhere. I'll send him to the moon. I don't even charge extra shipping. I'll send him to Mars. Marcus, I want to do a Bay Area meet, so hopefully people from Sacramento can come to that. Shan Clark, I got it. It's official. Nuno, when I was on pump gas, the highest I made was 236 wheel horsepower, but that was still on the old China turbo. My worst BMX crash. I completely overshot the landing on this double. It was probably, the lip was probably 6 feet tall, and then the landing was probably 8 feet because it went down into a valley, and I just completely dropped it to flat, shattered my collarbone. I don't even remember the ride to the hospital. And then I never was serious about riding after that. Super Lumina, my car weighs approximately 2240 pounds with a full tank. The roll bar weighs about 45 pounds probably. Aaron, you'll have to cover every square inch of your windshield in decals to make your Miata faster than mine. Then it will make 1 more horsepower. Marcus, I'm gonna put something on my Instagram, on my Snapchat, and on YouTube for when that meet will be. And I'm gonna need people in the Bay Area to help spread the word because I'm scared I'm gonna go up there and host a meet and it's just gonna be me by myself in an empty parking lot. Abraham, I run about 2.5 degrees in the front and 2 degrees in the rear. I don't know if that's optimal, but car handles pretty well. Mr. EP, I don't know. I haven't really done a lot of really specific suspension testing stuff for autocross. I just buy the offset wheels that make my car look cool, and then I put really sticky tires on them so I can go fast. Eric, there's no such thing as a hot dog that's too expensive. Come on. A 0 to 60, the only time I accurately timed some 0 to 60 runs, I put down about a 4.6. Know how to do, no cat. Straight, turbo straight pipe all the way back. Yeah, the reroute was one of the first modifications I ever did. Tucker, 2.5 inch is going to be giant on a naturally aspirated 1.6, super loud and annoying. But for turbo, it's a free-for-all. 3 inch is the best. Chris, yes, I am going to be selling it. Marcus, my Snapchat is Car Passion CH. Aaron, the downpipe is being fabbed up right now, and then it's going to be pretty much finished. David, yeah, it's always a good idea to do a reroute, even on a stock engine. It won't hurt anything, can only make it better. Nathan, nope. There are manifolds and piping setups where you can keep your air conditioning and your power steering and still run turbo. Mr. EP, hit me up on Snapchat or Instagram or something. Tell me about that. I'm all about a better chat bar. Robert, will you? Is it cool? Is it good, or is it a heap? Be honest. Caleb, you want to buy Broken Boosted? Oh yeah, it's gonna be pretty much as reliable as stock as long as you don't crank the boost up so high. The reroute's not too difficult. Even with the engine in, it's not too hard. I'm actually gonna be doing a reroute video, probably. It's probably gonna be a little while still, another month, maybe a little bit longer. Yeah, possibly another project car. Oh, it's a slip top, just like mine. What color is it? I've heard everywhere from Northern California all the way to Canada is super awesome driving roads. So someday I'll come up there. Bishop, yeah, it's still exactly how you saw it last. It's got a roll cage in it, but it's got no engine. The interior is pretty much finished, but just kind of sitting on the back burner. Caleb, probably 3,500. That's what I'm thinking. As long as it runs well. I'm definitely doing a coolant reroute video. I'm already talking to someone that's going to let me use their car to film it with. So you're definitely going to get a coolant reroute video, but I can't really promise when. Hopefully within the next 6 weeks or something. Good old Corky. I've talked to him a couple times. Knowledgeable dude, but he's super old school. That'd be tight. Car Passion channel with Jin Jim collab, Turbo Miata session. That'd be cool. He's gonna get too famous and forget about me though, man. He's at like 50,000 subs or something. He's taking off. Congratulations on that, by the way. Master 420. I don't think it's my mic. I think it's the service of my internet. I'm sorry about that. I'm trying. I'm gonna upgrade my internet so I can stream 720p and better sound. All right, Mr. EP, I'll check it out after I'm done streaming. Shannon, I don't think Jin Jim's not turning to TJ Hunt. What the heck are you talking about? You know who is turning to TJ Hunt is Evan Shanks. He's basically like a clone of TJ Hunt. Rabbits don't fly. Yeah, he is a clone. He even started doing like that thing, and he wears the same glasses. But they're friends too. Best way to find a vacuum leak is with a vacuum leak tester. Profession Hitman, you are on YouTube currently. Gas mileage on a Miata 30 plus on the freeway at least. I used to get about 26 to 28 average, but that's a lot of flooring it. What happens if I do this? Giovanni Rios, I see you. You can get 30 miles per gallon with a boosted Miata. I've definitely got over 30 before, freeway only, but not boosting. 20 highway. You got issues, man. I would start with the basic stuff. Fuel filter, spark plug wires. Make sure your ignition timing is set correctly. One of my friends has a Triumph Spitfire. I'm running conventional Valvoline 5W30. Giovanni, send me a DM so I remember. I'll send you an Alex for Frizzle because you're awesome. Oh, someone donated $1? Dang, who did that? How come you didn't say anything? Do I vape? No. I would have to buy a WRX. X-Man, no chassis bracing except for roll bar and fender braces. But I want to do some frame rails. Mr. EP, but this isn't the gaming interface though, right? This is just the regular YouTube interface. I set this up, fan funding, but I didn't know if it actually worked or not. But it looks like someone donated $1. That's awesome. I wish it would give me a notification. Then I could be like, yo, thank you. Vessar, both hardtop and roll bar. Caleb, my daily driver is my Miata, the fast one. Drive it every day. Sometimes it's brutal. Like driving 3 hours, 2 hours, if I'm going to get parts or something, just get out and roll on the ground when I get home. The Fluffy, it depends on your experience with cars, how difficult it is. It's really not, nothing is really that difficult. Oh, what's up, Novice Garage? Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Roll bar is definitely worth it, especially if you flip upside down. Caleb, I wouldn't have it any other way. I get to drive that thing every single day. Oh, the gray cat? She's hiding. Hardtops in the US are about $1,000. Oh. Now she's not hiding. Oh my goodness. She's like, get me out of here. This is a live streaming kitty. This is a live streaming kitty. Oh my god. Ah! I just watched myself in the stream get owned by the cat. I do have a P.O. box, but I haven't announced what it is yet. I've been waiting for a specific thing. I have just a little piece of, not really fan mail, but something that I got from a subscriber from Belgium. And I'm waiting for a certain opportunity that's probably going to be the next Broken Boosted episode. I'll open it at the end of that, and then I'll give you guys my P.O. box in case you want to send me something cool. In fact, my laptop is actually sitting on the box right now. I haven't opened it. No, don't mess with the car passion cat. It's actually my girlfriend's cat. Sometimes she likes me, sometimes she doesn't. She's afraid of the dog, though. We're trying to train him to be nice to each other. Novice Garage, I have a 4 PSI wastegate from a Saab. So I'm going to start at 4 pounds and then increase it. And I'm either going to run out of fuel first or the clutch will slip. So whatever happens, happens. If I run out of fuel, I have a set of 1.8 injectors I can put in there to get a little bit more. But if the clutch slips, I'm not going to put a clutch in it. I'll just, run 1 PSI less or something like that. If you have a stripped anti-sway bar nut, it's stripped bad. What I would do is get vice grips and just clamp them as tight as you possibly can on there and unthread it. My turbo system, the way it sits right now, would probably cost you around $5,000 or so for all the turbo parts, including clutch and flywheel, all the things. Giovanni, yes, I do. Dirt bike hooligan, I have not. I mean, I've taken it out in the rain a few times in some open lots and played around with it, but I have not taken it to a drift event. I think I'm going to take Broken Boosted to some type of drifting event. Tom Account 4. I like my wheel. I like the Rotas. I like to spend, I'd rather put more money towards my tires than towards my wheels. And I've never had a problem with the Rotas. I beat the crap out of them. Good to hear, Novice Garage. Solid. That's about what I was thinking. Probably 6 or 7 pounds. It's intercooled, so I don't really have to worry about air temps getting too high, but it's just a matter of fuel or clutch. 1.8 clutches can hold more power also. They are 25 millimeters larger in diameter. I think 1.6 has a 200 millimeter clutch. 1.8s have a 225 millimeter. All right, it's Logie. See ya. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your 420 vape clouds of forced memes. If I had unlimited money, what would I do to the Miata? Tough. You know what? I'd probably do a fully built SR. or maybe an LS3. I don't know. I think the SR have a little more street cred. Just put a big old turbo on it. Build it to like 2.2, 2.3 liters. Put big old cams in it. Bishop, dang, man, $500. Aaron, the 949 6ULs, solid choice in wheels as well. Broken boosted versus Ricer Miata, that'd be sweet if he brought his car out. I want to do a tandem drifting collab video with Ricer Miata. Projects coming up, I don't know yet. Haven't decided what I'm gonna do next. I'm just gonna keep doing videos on my main car, and I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Both Miatas have stock engines, stock 1.6s. Nah, I don't want to put the Flying Miata kit on Broken Boosted. It's expensive. The Flying Miata kit's expensive. If I import a car, my immediate response to that is an R32 GTST. A rear wheel drive R32. What's the Miata worth? It's probably barely even worth 1,500 or 2,000 more than it would be if it was completely stock. So if you think you're going to boost your Miata and it's going to be worth a whole bunch more money, don't boost your Miata. Mr. EP, you mean two seat or 4-seat Z32? 2-seater all the way. I do not like 2+2s. The way they look from the outside, they're very long. Ed, what are you talking about rake? How much rake? Are you talking about front versus rear ride height? Eric, I like MSMs, but I wouldn't buy one. They're too expensive for what they are. You can buy an NA and boost it, and it will smoke a stock MSM. It will smoke a modified MSM with the stock turbo on it. Jose, I started my channel February of 2011, so it's been just over 5 years. But I really started doing Miata related content regularly May 1st of 2015. Ed, I don't understand your question. What are you talking about rake? Front ride height versus rear ride height? Is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about caster? The Matrix, I'm running 750cc injectors. Oh. 2-door or 4-door R32? That's a tough question. I'd probably get a 4-door. I feel like more people want 2 doors, but 4 doors is, it's a little bit more of a sleeper. Maybe, I don't know. I'd want to see him, you know, compare a lot of pictures of him and maybe see him in person back to back to see which one I really like better. Is YouTube hard? Hard in what sense? it's not my main job or anything, so I don't have like pressure, like a lot of pressure, but it is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It takes a few hours to film, takes a few hours to edit, and a lot of work goes into responding to people on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I see every single comment I get, I read it, and I respond to a lot of people, and it takes a lot of time. Vessar, I'm a truck dispatcher, and I'm a concrete project coordinator. So I control where the trucks are going and what they're doing, and I do a lot of paperwork and stuff. Oh, mail's here. Braden Weeson, I kind of have a build list. If you Google Miata is always the answer, you'll see an article called Greg Peters showcases why Miata is always the answer. And there's a list that's about 3 months old of my car in there that has almost all the parts I have on it. And you're gonna have to explain what you mean by rake. Aaron, Evan Shanks already purchased a Miata. Novice Garage, that was actually my original plan, was to buy one of the $500 or $600 eBay kits and try to build a kit from that. And one of my motivators was Budget Racers, because I thought that was a really cool idea. But then as I thought about it more and more, I got kind of more realistic with it, and really most of the stuff that comes in those kits is just complete junk, not even worth my time to do videos on it. Gabriel, nope, I don't work at any kind of performance shop. Sam, my Snapchat is Car Passion CH. What's up, Alin from Romania? Mr. EP, I figured that's what he meant, but I wasn't sure. I run the rear about maybe about a quarter of an inch higher than the front. Maybe a little bit more. It helps because with how much power the car has, the rear squats a lot on the corner exit, so it helps to have it sit a little bit higher like that. Ooh, the Cars on Board video. I don't know. I don't know when it's coming out. Giovanni, are you still in here? Probably won't reveal it. That's cool though. I don't know. I'm super excited about it. Hopefully within a couple weeks or something, but I really have no idea. It's going to be worth the wait, I promise. I did go to college for about a year and a half, but I do not have a degree. I'm stoked to see what the new Top Gear is all about, but I also don't have a TV, so can't really watch it unless I watch it online. No, that wasn't me drifting at the Donald Trump rally. I'm kind of interested to see who that was, though. Yeah, I agree. Cars on Board has super, super amazing videos. If you guys watch Petrolicious, I really think Cars on Board, their video quality is equivalent or better than Petrolicious. But their thing they do is they do cars that are more accessible to the average person, which I think is super awesome. The project channel, cool. Thanks, man. Hope to see you sometime. Andrew, I had fun hanging out with TJ Hunt. It was cool. He was a little bit rough on the car, to be honest, but he didn't hurt anything. Novice Garage, the Windows Movie Maker Life. That's all I use. I used to have Adobe Premiere, but my laptop died because I went on a canyon run with it and I forgot it was in the car, like in the trunk or behind my seat or something, and then it just stopped working. Smurf42, I have heard of Rev Limiter. In fact, I will confirm that with my next video. Said too much. That's Giovanni, it's about the same price where I'm at, about $229. But you know what's scary is there's a new decal on the 85 pumps. It says contains between 51 and 83% ethanol. And that's kind of sketchy because if I filled up my car and it was only 50% ethanol, it would not run very well at all. I don't have a flex sensor. So I actually started going to a different station. Caleb, I would say probably roll bar first because it's kind of a safety benefit as well as a handling benefit. And then if you add the hard top, especially with a solid mount kit, it just amps up the handling again. But a seat makes the car really, really fun to drive when you're held in place while you're driving. Tucker, check out Jinjam. He's a good Miata channel. And Tyler Fialco, he does some crazy stuff too. Yeah, I do have to read it fast. No, I do not. I don't really have any sort of sponsor. Anything I do, if I get a deal on something, it's always like, you know, trade for something else. I don't get anything. I don't get free stuff. Rim Racing, I have a PO box, but it's not advertised what it is yet. Like I was saying earlier, I have a box that I got from someone in Belgium, and I'm gonna be opening it in a video within the next couple videos, and I'll tell you what my PO box is at that time. The project channel, I'm sure anything blows Windows Movie Maker out of the water. Maybe I'll have to check that out. I would really like to get Premiere again because I really enjoyed using Adobe Premiere. Vlogger for life. I have Rotogrid concaves. Sean, even if it didn't make any noticeable difference, I still think it looks cool, so I'm stoked that I did it. But it's supposed to help with the economy. Ed, are you talking about wearing evenly front to rear, or are you talking about camber wear? I do have some camber wear on my tires. Novice Garage broken boosted. I'm gonna be selling it, and my other car, I don't really see an end to it. I just want to keep doing more and more stuff to it and changing things and comparing parts and doing videos and stuff like that. Definitely gonna do more tuning videos, more Megasquirt videos for sure. And I do get camber wear on my tires. The insides wear a little bit faster. How did I learn ECU programming? Before I ever even bought Megasquirt, I downloaded Tuner Studio, which is free, and then I downloaded a base map for Miata, which is also free, and I opened it on my laptop just to get familiar with Tuner Studio and the program and where everything's at and stuff like that. And then I put Megasquirt in my car with the base map, and it started good enough, and I just started messing with things. I didn't really change anything if I didn't know what it did, and I just took it from there, and now I'm dyno tuning. I do not run any sort of knock sensor. Nick, is that Nick? Nick with the 2560 with the 2554 housing on his car? All right, Sean, thanks for stopping by. Have fun at work. I'm sorry you have to work on a Saturday. Ed, I just told you like 3 times already. I do have camber wear on my tires. The insides wear faster than the outsides, so I have to flip them. Akram, I don't know anything about Rust, man. I live in California. I don't even know what Rust is. All right, Mr. EP, thank you for stopping by. I'm going to be talking to you about streaming info. The green Bandito, of course, man. I've seen his car several times in person. I talk to him all the time about his setup. He's got the same turbo that I have on mine, except he has a .64 AR, so he's got a little bit faster spool than I do. Yeah, he's got a clean setup. My absolute dream car. I was thinking about the fact that I'm going to have to take care of it myself, so not really like a Ferrari or Lamborghini or anything like that. I would really like a super, super clean turbocharged NSX someday. Giovanni, the next track event, I have no idea. I want to do a track event, Streets of Willow or Button Willow or something like that. I always say in the next couple months, and then a couple months go by and I'm like, dang, so much for that. Charles, thanks for stopping by. Have fun at work. The GT2560R is an excellent turbocharger for both 1.6 and 1.8. The green Bandito, I'm ready anytime. Bring the heat. Except I want my old turbo back before I line up with him. Tom, for a dyno tune, a lot of tuners charge usually about 150 bucks an hour, something like that. If you bring your car to someone else to have them tune it. There's the J Cheese, man. What's up? Novice Garage, are you kidding me? That sounds like the coolest thing ever. Multi-channel challenge. Hit me up. Send me a DM or something like that. Let's get it going. I'll bet Tyler Fialco and Jin Jim will probably be down too. What do you have in mind? See you know how to do. Thanks for stopping by. See ya, Shan. I'll talk to you soon. Matthias, you're back. Isn't it super late over there in Germany? I'm a truck dispatcher and a project coordinator. Pretty much tell trucks where to go, what to do, what materials to get, and I do a lot of paperwork and stuff and help keep track of construction projects. Giovanni, I'm definitely going to be hitting you up if I do a track day. Miata versus Evo. Even though your Evo feels like a space shuttle compared to my car. Daniel Lee, one of the biggest things you can do to save money on a turbo kit instead of buying a complete turbo kit like the Flying Miata kit is do all eBay intercooler and intercooler piping. What's up, Yasi126? I know that name. Did you get your decals yet? Your decal? I've not. It was going to. Where did I send it? Israel. Novice, you talked to Luca too. Dang, that's like. Let's see, where is he at? I forget where he's located. He's in Germany or something? That'd be super cool. That would be awesome. We need to do that. Vessar, my first car was a 1988 Dodge Aries K. 3-speed automatic with a 2.2 liter. Smurf, not an MSM 6-speed, but a regular 6-speed. Because people charge too much for the MSM transmissions, and I don't really think they're much better. James, I'm definitely going to do LS2 coil install someday. Where do you get your cool hats from? My Domo hat is my favorite one. I got that from my mom. She got it for me for my birthday. It's actually furry. And then I got my welcome hat from my little brother. He used to ride for a BMX company, and that was the hat you got when you made it on the team. It's welcome as in welcome to the team. Giovanni, guess. How old do you think I am? CC Studios. Yes, kind of. It's not really that bad, but there's some sketchiness that goes on here. Anyone that watches my Snapchat story will be able to tell you that that is the truth. Dat Steve, drifting is cool, but it's not really my thing. I like to have a time slip or something that says, hey, you're this much faster than these other people, or this much slower. Drifting is more like artwork. Autocross and drag racing and stuff is like math. That's my stuff. Details. I'm 28. You're close. I wish I was 24. Daniel, the Flying Miata kit is probably the best complete kit you can get, but I would get it without electronics, and I would do Mega Squirt instead of Hydra. The Beggy complete kit is good. I would say not as good as the Flying Miata kit, and the Flying Miata customer service is much, much, much better. And DIY, if you have the ability to do it, you can put a kit together for cheaper that's just as good as a Flying Miata kit. Yeah, I saw Ricer Miata's engine pull video. I saw that he resealed his engine. That's good though. That's good to take care of it. That's Steve. It's not really that hard on the car in most cases. As long as you keep your water temp safe. Eric buys lunch. You can borrow my torque wrench if you buy me lunch. Take me out in the Z32. Just kidding. Thanks, Bradley. I'm glad you found it helpful. Smurf, because way, way, way more people run Mega Squirt, and that means there's a lot of people that are very knowledgeable on it, and there's a lot of support for it. And I've heard it's much nicer to tune than Hydra. I've never tuned a Hydra, but of the two people I know that are very good with Mega Squirt, they both hate Hydra. Track day, bro. I don't think I'm going to buy Zetas. The purpose of two Miatas is because they're two independent projects. And it's always good to have a backup Miata in case one Miata breaks. I think you do. I don't know. Do you have more headroom with the hardtop? I don't really know. I don't remember. Ed, man, I don't think I'm 30 minutes behind. I think your internet might be lagging. I know there's some lag on my end. I don't think it's 30 minutes. No, CC, I've never been to a quinceañera, but there are a lot of quinceañeras in my neighborhood. People always be partying up in here. Smurf42, send me an email, thecarpassionchannel@gmail.com. I'll type it out. Thank you, Fluffy. I figured. I didn't think I was 30 minutes behind. I didn't even think that was possible. It says my stream health has been not good this whole time, but can you guys read what's going on in the chat on your screen? Is it clear enough? Joshua, aren't they just amazing? I love Chicago dogs. Anthony, if you do a T28R from an S15 Spec R, that's the big boy. I would definitely recommend doing a 3-inch downpipe. You're going to need all the spool help you can get, but they can make really good power. It's basically what I have on the same turbo I have on my car. And on a 1.8, it'll probably be much nicer than on my 1.6. That's Steve. I've been to Massachusetts before. That's where my mom's from. Sergio Perez, I remember your screen name. I've seen it many times before. Alright, I'm going to be back in 30 seconds. J Cheeseman, shoot if you want decals, shoot me an email. thecarpastorechannel@gmail.com. David, for putting coilovers on, adjust them so they're as short as possible, and then put them in because it makes it really easy to put in, and then you can thread it back up again. Wait, Sergio Perez. Are you Sergio? Like the one that I know? With the 240? They used to have a Z33? Some people say it's 15 minutes behind, and some people say it's 30 seconds behind, so... Oh, Sergio, yeah, of course How would I not remember you? Come on. Remember when I saw you at Kohl's? Told you a seat bracket or something. I just didn't remember your last name because you don't put it on your Facebook. Fox bodies are prime for V8, cheap V8 power. Yeah, the Takata harnesses are super sweet. I like them a lot. Easy install too. Might go with the 2-inch ones for daily driving though. I went with a 3-inch because I like when they look beefier on your shoulders, but they're a little gnarly for daily driving. The Miata that's already built, probably between 12 and 14,000, not including the car. That's for everything. That's for wheels, tires, brakes, all the engine stuff, interior, electronics. My first car was a 1988 Dodge Aries K, 3-speed automatic. No, I actually have only been pulled over one time, knock on wood, and it was for speeding, and I got a ticket, and I deserved it. But I live down the street from a police station. I drive by it every single day. I have not been pulled over for exhaust or anything like that. Blackbird Fabworks, excellent stuff. Highly recommended. The next video, probably Tuesday or something. I'm not too sure yet. I'll probably film 2 this weekend and upload them both next week. It's a long weekend. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. If you're in the U.S., I don't know if there's a Memorial Day outside the U.S. I doubt it. "15 minutes. 15 minutes is a long time behind, though. I wish it wasn't like that. On my own chat, it's probably 30 seconds behind. So I know it's at least that far behind for all you guys. Probably takes me a minimum of 4 hours. At least 2 hours to film and 2 hours to edit. Boost vlogs are faster. Like the timing belt video was like 2 days. One lane, yeah, that's exactly how my car's set up. I have the ATI damper and I have 1.8 water pump and alternator pulleys from Garage Star. Dad Steve, I do have pets, man. Like an hour ago, I tried to bring my girlfriend's cat to hang out in the live stream with us, but she was not having it, and I might be bleeding. And I have a dog also. Yeah, Jonathan, probably in a few months or something. Bay Area. Thank you, Elias. So who would anyone be down to watch a stream like this if I did one like every month or something like that? Every 2 weeks, every month? Say on my other channel maybe? I'm afraid of cluttering up my main channel with junk that no one wants to watch. XD, yeah, definitely gonna do a clutch video on my channel. As soon as one of the cars needs a clutch, which could be. My car might need a clutch soon. It's making some funny noises. But yeah, I definitely want to do a clutch video, car passion channel style. CC Studios. Yeah, I speak a little bit of Spanish, not too much. I took 3 years of Spanish and I live in a Mexican neighborhood. The OG Miata has 213,000 miles. No, I've never had my car corner balance before. Yeah, probably once a month max, I'm thinking. Matias, yeah, kind of like the one I did with the Canyon Run back in April 2015, but a newer version. You know, an updated version. I gotta make it entertaining though. I don't want it to just be me walking around the car saying, "My seat is this, my turbo is this, my exhaust is this." Quinn Kizis did a comprehensive overview on each of his Miatas, and they were 40 minutes. He has really cool cars, but I feel like 40 minutes was a bit much. He's one of my inspirations, though, for pushing my car so much. Yeah, I watched. He did one video on each car. He did one on the white NB and the red NA. I kind of skipped through them, but I watched them. Yeah, it probably could have been 20 minutes and done pretty well. There's a lot of like extended driving clips and stuff like that. I'm sure some people loved it and watched every minute of it though. Akram, all right. See you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Next Broken Boosted episode, probably the beginning of next week, I think. It depends when I pick it up. Vesar, a point of view, a POV of driving my regular Miata. I've been thinking about doing that for a long time, like like a day in the life of driving a turbo Miata. But it can't just be like me driving to work because that'd be boring. That's Steve Sia. Good luck pulling the header off. It's pretty easy. It's not too bad. One lane, I am turning my 2554 into a 2560 and I'm going to put it back on my car. The lag of the 2860 is just too much. Dang, Tyler, late to the party, man. Did you just wake up or something? How's the Lamborghini, brother? cheap coilovers. Um, the things I look for in a cheap coilover are ride height and spring preload are independently adjustable. Anthony, no, I barely ever get challenged to races. Barely ever. No one ever tries to race me. It's probably for the better. Clutch vid for sure, but I don't want to do a clutch for no reason, so I kind of have to wait until one of my cars needs a clutch, or maybe someone else needs a clutch, and they'll let me borrow their car to do a clutch video on. Tyler, Novice Garage was suggesting that we do a multi-channel challenge, and he said Luca Car Mods is in on it, and I'd be in on it for sure too. And I think we could get Gingium in on it, and if you were in on it too, I think that'd be super awesome. We don't know what the challenge would be yet, but I think it'd be tight to do that. Now, I've never wrecked a car before, David. Rick, you know I'm not from Alpine, but I work in East County area, and sometimes I have to drive to Alpine. Gabriel, I would take you up on that, but I want to do the clutch in the car on the ground. Really? The igniter was fried? That's weird. That's interesting. Did you change the firmware at all? I know when you update the firmware, you have to unplug the ignition because it can fry stuff like that. How did it fry? Did it work for a while and then, after like a couple weeks or something, it just died? That's super weird that the MSP and P2 would do it, because that's what I run on my car. Did you start with a base map? Dang, Tyler, that's a lot. 420,000. You wrecked 3 Miatas in a month? Dang, man. That's highly unfortunate. What up? Totally legit. What's up, Boss Kelso? What's happening? Oh, Alex, did you remove the IG sign fuse? That that might be, is it 1.6 or 1.8? I know you have to pull the IG sign fuse on the 1.6s. It says you have to pull it when you install Megasquirt. And you had no problem with the igniters on the stock ECU? All right, one lane, peace out. Thanks for stopping by. Alpha Omega looks like a pretty legit turbo system, honestly. Nah, M Edition paint, no. I like red, man. Remove the fuse. No problems on stock ECU. Did you begin tuning from a 1.6 liter base map on your MS2? Yo, Mike Ospina, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Ooh, Quentin, to repair peeling clear coat, you might be out of luck, man. You might have to get it sanded down and re-cleared. Raul, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Get Miguel in here. Vesar, yeah, you can boost a car on a completely stock ECU. Many people have done it. Totally legit. Thank you, man. I'm actually using my Rode mic, and I changed some settings in my OBS and did some testing, so I'm glad the audio is much better. Boskel, so I've had an 88 Dodge Aries K, I've had a 93 300ZX, a 90 300ZX, a 92 300ZX, an 89 325i, a 93 Miata, a 92 Miata, a 91 Miata, a 2000 Ford Taurus, and a 2000 Honda XR650R, and a 1978 Datsun 620. What's going on? Tyler's stirring up the comments. Can you dedicate a video to your neighbors and their mariachi band? Yeah, it's called my Snapchat. RX-7 diff swap, yeah, it's worth it if you have like 400 horsepower. Otherwise, I don't know why you would want to swap it out. Just drop a Torsen in. My Snapchat is Car Passion CH. I'm gonna type it out. Wes, which how to are you talking about? Miguel, what's up, man? That Miguel is the original Miguel with the Miguel's Big Toe stream, accidental live stream. Well, the firmware and the tune are two different things. So if you the only reason I'm asking if you started with the base map because the base map has the proper ignition settings for a stock car. So I'm wondering if there's some ignition setting that's wrong. And that's why you're frying igniters. Yeah, I saw what happened with Alex's Miata. That's a bummer. I don't know what happened. Hopefully he didn't crack his oil pump. Miguel. Let's hang out and have chamangos again. Oh, yes, I do plan on doing more Megasquirt tuning videos. How to data log, how to tune your fuel map, etc. Matthias, depends how much power you're making. If you start pushing the limits, usually the first things to go are you break your connecting rods. That's the first weak point in the Miata engine. Miguel, get back to your 23-hour lunch break. Garage Star bushings are solid. I do like Volvos. Wasn't I talking to you about we're arguing over the Volvos doing 0 to 60 or something like that? Alex, that wouldn't be a bad idea, but I have the latest firmware on mine. It wouldn't be a bad, I think I have 3.4.1 is my firmware. Tyler, I wish I could go low. Can you please come show me how? Can you please put 18 by 14s on my car? Tyler, come race me right now. I'll live stream it. Bring your gray car. I'll race it on foot. Over the speed bumps. Smoke you. Driver's Delta, no, because if you had a duty cycle table, in each cell of the VE table, a duty cycle can be different based on air temperature and things like that. So the duty cycle of a particular cell can change. Weldon, what you do is you pull out your number one spark plug, put a long screwdriver in there gently, and crank your motor until the screwdriver is as high as it goes, and then you make your own top dead center mark on your crank pulley. How many Mustangs have I embarrassed? Several. Many Mustangs. Usually they pull off the track. I think they probably think their car's broken. Aaron, I like my white wheels too, but only when they're white, which is never. They're always dirty. See you, Kevin. Thanks for stopping by. You can let her in here for a second. Ellie, come here. Oh my goodness. Come here. Come here. Can you say hi to the live streamers? Can you say hi to everyone? No, over there. Look. Look that way. Oh, she's on the run. She's on the run. Come here. Come here. Come here. You're a bad listener. Thank you.
Show him to her.
Come here. Come here. Oh. There we go. Oh, you're live streaming. You're live streaming. She says, get me the heck out of here. Alright, go on. Do I know how to detail cars? Not really. I know how to clean them, but I don't really know how to do all the detailing tricks. I know how to polish metal. I know how to wax my car. Best brake pads, you know what I will really want to try is Carbotech 1521 Bobcats for a street pad. Marcus, I'm definitely down for a Bay Area meet. I just have to kind of plan it out. I need to find a good spot to host it because I have no idea how many people show up. It could be 2, it could be 50. No idea. And Tyler said he's going to drive the Lamborghini from San Diego all the way to Bay Area. ADI 4MC. I don't really have pictures of all my other cars right now on my laptop, like with quick access. You can check out my Instagram though. I got both my 300s on there. Well, you guys have almost the same name. Is that Mateos? What's up, man? J Cheeseman, she's outside. She's working on the house, or maybe working on one of the cars. Bessar, probably in like a half an hour, maybe less. Starting to get hungry, you know what I mean? But I see there's still 84 people in here, so we just chilling, you know. We're just chilling. Whoa, whoa. Someone donated $20, but it doesn't say who it was. How am I supposed to thank you if you don't tell me? Dude. Yo, if anyone donates, please tell me who you are so I can be like, yo, thank you so much. This is addicting, honestly. It's been almost 3 hours, and I'm like, I don't want to stop. This is cool. XD. Nope. XD, I'm not really sure what the max is. I think it's like 500 or something. Tyler drunk streams? No. That might be funny. Smurf, I'm not exactly sure what you're seeing. I know on my screen there's a button called fan funding. I think there's like a donate button or something. A blue donate button somewhere or something maybe? The 2860 is laggy, man. It's very laggy. It's fun though. I've only done some virtual dyno pulls, and I've found that the 2860 easily makes more power than the 2554 above 6,000 RPM. But the problem is it spools up much later, and it doesn't really make for as good of a street car, in my opinion. Nick, if you call me Craig, I will never build a forged Miata ever. And if I do, I won't upload any videos of it. Matthias, the Tesla, the brand new one, the, shoot, Model 3, is that the brand new one? I think it looks really good. Caesar, I'm probably going to do an engine swap. It's going to be a 99 motor from another Miata. Oh, you have an E30 M3? Which motor is it? How much horsepower? Because we only have the slowest ones in the US, 190 horsepower ones. But I know in Europe they made like a 220 and a 240 horsepower versions, the Evos. Alex, what does Dan drive? What's he gonna race Rudnick with? Turo Goose, it's around, it's somewhere. I don't remember exactly where I left it. couldn't find my hat, by the way. I was looking for it, but I don't remember where I left it. Really? The Rocket Bunny kit looks super sweet, but I'm sure it's going to be at least $3,000. Tyler, no, I did not get a haircut. I just fixed my hair. I love the 240 Volvos. They're super sweet. My buddy used to have one, 5-speed manual. That car guy, I would go 205 if you can fit it. No, 335s. Alex, he wants to raise my Miata? Why? I didn't mean to like start beef with him that one time. Like I wasn't trying to be mean. I was just kind of bummed out because Chris trusts him so much, and then he's out like super boosting with no fuel, running super lean, trying to drift his car, completely like not running well. That like wasn't that cool really. But I wasn't trying to start a beef. All right, Marcus, peace. Thanks for stopping in. All right, J Cheeseman, peace out. So yeah, Alex, I know it wasn't like anything serious. Yeah, I definitely wasn't trying to start anything. Just like I've helped Chris like for a long time on like giving him recommendations for his car and stuff because I really want to see it last a long time and be reliable. And then when I saw that video when Dan was just drifting it and boosting it around when it was definitely not ready for that, I was just kind of bummed out about that. The Z32 has no engine, but it does have a roll cage, so it looks cool. There's an engine in the garage for it. Plans for future videos? I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm just installing stuff as I go, shooting some videos on it. I'm gonna sell Broken Boosted. I might start another project car. I'm not really sure yet. I don't have any experience with boosting the VVT engine, but it's pretty much the same as an NB1 engine, except you either have to have MS3 or a VV tuner, so you can actually tune the VVT properly. I love Mighty Car Mods. They're super cool. Tyler, when are you going to do the 5 bad driving habits video, man? You have to do it. I called you out in the gray car. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. Yeah, I saw the video where they pulled the engine and put new seals in it. I'm glad he's still, he kept that engine and he's upkeeping it. Because really, they can be reliable on the stock ECU, as long as you're not, as long as your AFRs are good. I don't know if he ever retarded the timing at all on it, but it seems to still be running good, making good power. See ya. See you, Gabriel. Thanks for stopping by. Mohit, I'm a truck dispatcher and a concrete project coordinator. I tell trucks where to go, what to do, what materials to get, deal with some customers, and do a lot of paperwork. Coordinating stuff. Yeah, it's entertaining. It's different every day, man. Never know what's gonna go on. Jonas, greetings. What's up, man? Oh, 2 people from Germany at the same time. Garrett or Gretty? Well, the Gretty used a TD04, which is actually Quinn Keys has proved that that's a pretty baller turbo. It can perform very well and spool fast and everything. But Garrett's definitely a more popular choice. Yeah, Alex, for sure. A stock ECU turbo car, when you're out of boost, basically drives just like a stock car. Unless you retard the timing with the cast, then it's going to be a little bit more laggy out of boost, but pretty much drives like a stock car. All right, Kevin, peace. Thanks for stopping in. All right, guys, well, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you, everyone, for stopping in and chatting, and we will do it again sometime. Thank you guys for 30,000 and for your viewership and everything else. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.